It's back with a new video. I'm just gonna go right into it because there's nothing really else to nothing else to say really. So small consistent action changes everything. Meanwhile, my friends and extended family had no idea what I was doing because I was too scared to tell them. Mel, give an advice and give me a break. She nearly destroyed her own life. At this point in my story, my husband had left the restaurant business and was struggling with depression. We were still drowning in debt. So I was working a full-time job trying to keep our family of 5 afloat while dedicating nights and weekends to speaking at small events, and basically writing a dissertation on the science of motivation on the side. I knew I wanted to teach the 5-second rule full-time and somehow make this my career, but I didn't know how. Looking back, I can see how paralyzed I was with imposter syndrome. What right did I have to call myself an expert in anything? I suppose I was just waiting for some kind of permission to put myself out there. Maybe you're doing that right now, waiting for the right time, waiting to feel ready or a little less afraid, waiting for someone to come along and tell you that today is the day to start. The problem with waiting is no one is coming. The only permission you need is your own. Deciding to get serious about trying to make money as a motivational speaker was one of the best decisions I have made in my life. I'll share more with you about what led to this breakthrough in the pages of this book. Once I started getting paid, I put every dollar toward chipping away at it. That first year I gave 17 paid speeches. The next year it was 47, and I was able to quit my day job. I couldn't believe what was happening. By the third year, it was 99 speeches, plus a 24-city tour with JP Morgan Chase. I had become the most booked female speaker in the world. I was being hired by companies I admired. How did this happen? By forcing myself out of bed on those mornings I didn't feel like it. Learning how to push yourself to take action when you are afraid or full of self-doubt or overwhelmed with excuses is a life skill you can learn. Once you master it, you'll understand that you can achieve anything through small, consistent moves forward. I found myself on the road 150 days a year, standing on stages teaching the 5-second rule and the science of motivation while my husband stayed home and took care of our 3 kids. Word about the rule, and my skill on the stage grew and grew. One event had 27,000 people in the audience. CEOs from the world's top brands, professional athletes, medical doctors, neuroscientists, and best-selling authors. I had begun recommending my work to others. I started a newsletter because I no longer had time to respond to people's emails personally. I eventually wrote to them at TEDx and asked if they could remove my email from the video online. When people would ask if I had a PhD or if I was a therapist, I would say no. I learned everything the hard way by screwing up my own life and then having to fix it. Armed with years of experience, evidence, testimony and research, I was finally ready to make my case in the form of a book. In 2017, I self-published The 5-Second Rule. The 5-Second Rule went on to become the most successful self-published audiobook in history and the 6th most read book of the year on Amazon. That book is now being read by millions of people and translated into 41 languages. Over the years of traveling across the country, speaking on stages, I learned 3 important things. First, most of us are just trying to do our best to get ahead, pay our bills, raise a family, fall in love, have more fun, and reach the potential of our lives. We're just looking for simple ways to be a little happier and make our lives a little better. And we're not only looking for those resources for ourselves, we are looking for the people in our lives who need them too. Second, I've been told over and over again that I have this amazing ability to distill complex ideas and scientific research into simple, actionable advice, and that anyone can use to improve their life. And third, nothing brings me more joy than sharing what I am learning with people like you. So I have made it my mission to find and share many simple tools to help anyone create a better life. And the simple part is key, because if you remember it, you'll use it. For example, did you know that high-fiving yourself in the mirror is one of the fastest ways to rewire your mind for self-confidence? Me either. And once I had learned about it, I dug into the research and it became the topic of my New York best-selling book, The High Five Habit. results people achieve using the 5-second rule and the high five habit, the more organizations, media companies, and corporate brands ask me to create programming for their teams and audiences. So in 2019, I launched 143 Studios, a Boston-based media production company that produces award-winning content, events, audio series, online courses, journals, books, and professional development education for partners like Starbucks, Audible, Ulta Beauty, JP Morgan Chase, LinkedIn, and Headspace. In 2022, we launched and started producing the Robbins podcast, which airs in 194 countries and is one of the top-ranked podcasts in the entire world. We've created free online courses that more than 1 million students have completed, and that little newsletter I created way back when is now read twice a week by 1.5 million people. You can learn more about my media production company, the podcast, my newsletter, and of course, our courses at www.malrobbins.com. For everything I have accomplished, I had no prior experience or the proper credentials to pursue. I just made myself do it. I was 41 when I hit rock bottom and created the 5-second rule to help me get out of bed. I was 44 when I had the anxiety attack on the TEDx stage. I was 46 when I got my first speaking paycheck. I was 49 when I self-published my first book, The 5-Second Rule. I was 50 when I started my media production company, and I was 54 when I launched the Mel Robbins podcast, one of the most popular and fastest growing podcasts in the world. My life didn't change because of one thing that I did. It changed because of the thousands of mornings where I woke up and didn't feel like getting out of bed. But I, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, made myself do it. Changing my life wasn't glamorous. It was grueling. That was the part 3 of the Mel Robbins Dilectum theory read through. I'm actually really enjoying this book, and I hope you guys are as well. I'll try to record another one soon. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that watches this and likes and comments. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. See you on the next one.